This is the Men's Room.
Forget it, man, and get with the countdown. Shake this square world and blast off for Kicksville. The trippers, the grasshoppers, the hip ones, all gathered in secrecy and flying high as a kite.
You're listening to the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, we'll drink and toast with the shot of the day profile. This also on the way. Our question, what unique body part will you always remember? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, Cody. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
So my interesting story is funny. We had this guy in my boot camp division in boot camp. The dude actually slept right under me in the but one day randomly in the boot camp, he mentions that he had 3 balls.
Okay.
Yeah, so like we all called him a liar like the entire time. Got at the very end when we'd already gone through all of the stuff that you have to do, and we're just waiting to leave. And
Once again, Men's Room Colors, here are the 7 words you can't say on the radio. Sucker, mother, and please keep those words in mind when calling. Now back to the program.
I love when profanity is used properly in its context and form.
I don't know. It was absolutely.
And I'm
the
sorry
proper.
it's not arable, but because it should be based on it's not trying to make you want to go have sex with someone. It's not.
No.
It's not to stimulate you. It's just in the context. It makes sense. Unfortunately, those words aren't allowed.
Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm gullible. I would believe any dude if he told me he has 3 testicles because it's not a bragging point. If you say you have a 15-inch penis, I don't believe you. You say you have 3 testicles, I'm like, I believe you because you're not bragging.
Yeah, right?
Even when my kids cuss, I'm like, is it used in the proper context? That's the most important thing.
If you stub your toe and drop a bomb, I'm like, I get it.
What unique body part will you always remember? 844-999-OLA.
Hello, John. Welcome to the Men's Room.
Hola.
Hola.
Well, the part of the body I would remember is my skin.
Okay.
I'm a police officer and developed a real bad rash after getting issued a new body armor.
Huh.
So the rash got so bad that it literally, you could see the shape of it on my stomach and on my chest.
Is it
on my back and on my chest.
Is it latex, plastic? What do you
Kevlar?
think? Yeah, what was it?
It's Kevlar. So I went to the doctor, and he went, let me bring somebody else in on this. And they were scratching their head, and they couldn't figure out what it was. So they did one of those patch tests for a whole week. They found out I was allergic to the Kevlar.
I wonder is there anything else with Kevlar? Is it found anywhere else, like in any kind of product that you could accidentally like touch it or pick it up, or you know what I mean? Where else?
Yes, but the chemical that they figured out is primarily used to manufacture Kevlar. It's like one of those things I'm not exposed to.
Okay,
but I'm exposed to Kevlar every day I work.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask, you get this really bad rash, you're a cop, people are crazy. I mean, what do you do? You just wear it and deal?
Wear it and deal.
So you don't have a choice. You're just going to get this rash no matter what.
Well, no. Now we have outer carriers and stuff like that, so I have a barrier between myself and the Kevlar now.
Okay, but
since then it's been a couple years, so it's been relieved. But if I have to wear it underneath, it develops all over again.
How long does it take for it to start bothering you?
A day.
And when has the
Kevlar...
Kevlar...
like when you say a day, like at the end of your shift, it starts...
Oh, no, but right when I'm wearing it.
All right, so how irritable are you then, right? So you're a cop, and I don't know, you pull me over, I'm running my mouth. I don't know that you're all itchy and irritable. Like, how many people, instead of just getting a warning, might just get a full-on ticket? Because, quite frankly, you are goddamn uncomfortable and you don't feel like hair in their mouth.
Well, if you're giving me a ration of crap, yeah, you're probably going to get a ticket. If not, I'll just walk away.
What has been the one situation? Because obviously it's been somewhat of a pain in the ass. But what is the one situation that you're like, you know what? I sure am glad I have this Kevlar.
Well, when you're dealing with somebody who's running off their mouth and there's not enough to do anything otherwise, or you just want to say, you know what? I don't even want to deal with you. Have a good day.
You're so annoying. I'm going to let you get away with this.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, and that's has happened, that you are so annoying, I'm just going to walk away. Have a good day.
That's
so
amazing.
you put the Kevlar on, within a day, you got a rash.
Within a day, yes.
And then how long
Within
does
a couple hours, actually.
how long does the rash? If you were to take the Kevlar off, you got 2 days off. How long does the rash stay around?
It stays around quite a while.
Jeez.
And I guess that's the only, that's a monopoly. There's nothing else there's no other substitutions.
Nope.
Okay, yeah.
I knew a trailer park assistant supervisor who was allergic to shirts.
Nope.
No, you didn't.
No,
He's a rock singer.
No, it's just funny because there's a character on Trailer Park Boys, and that's his job, and Randy, and he never wears a shirt. He's like, I get rashes.
Right.
So I don't know why, but when that cop's talking about you with the Kevlar, I'm like, sounds like Randy.
What unique body part will you always remember? 844-999-OLA.
A couple of comments that came in. First says, please stop with this topic. It's freaking me out. Followed by, do you guys ever have days that you wish you hadn't asked a certain question? Because I think this might be one of those days.
Come on.
It's not so bad.
Today's not that bad.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. People are getting skeeved out, man. And I think it's the nose. Look, it was the noses definitely elicited a reaction. But before that, and this one's fair, the guy that had chopped off his middle finger, it grew to the size of a grape. He says he goes to the hospital. They
squirts all
They
over.
slice it, but when they push down to drain it, the pus shot across the room. And that also got a very strong reaction of negativity from people.
Oh, really?
Who knew?
I always get shook when it gets real serious about like relationships and stuff.
Yeah.
Those are the
know.
questions where I'm like, oh.
Oh, because it opens the floodgates, man. One guy calls it the sad story. It's like, oh, no.
One guy
Misery
called
loves
cry
company.
on us one time.
Oh, yeah.
What
But
unique,
don't cry.
What unique body part? We're not having sex with you. What unique body part will you always remember? 844-999-OLA.
It's bad to hang up on someone when they're crying. I just bring us down, man. You know what I mean?
Oh, you got to get your stuff together.
Professionally, I don't know. But I think in my personal life, we've all done that.
Oh, sure.
Somebody's crying.
Yeah, all right.
I didn't know I was still talking to you. I gotta go. This is over.
Hello, Lloyd. Welcome to the men's room. Hello, Lloyd. Welcome back to Lloyd.
He's
He's
babysitting and busy. Children.
Birds' heads are falling off.
busy with his fruit. Hello, Cody. Welcome to the men's room.
Sounds like his penis works.
Hola.
Hola.
All right, so I hooked up with a chick with a tail one time.
Did you know she had a tail in advance?
Absolutely not.
Did she have a nice butt?
Yes.
And
Solid theory.
now, how much of a tail was it? Because
That's why baboons let him hang out.
That was part of our 35 celebrity deformities. Kesha was born with a tail, and they chopped it off when she was born. So how much?
Yeah, you couldn't. What's that?
How much was there?
I didn't actually see it. I just felt it during the action.
Did
Are we
did
sure
it
it wasn't
wiggle or
tail?
move?
How much? Like how many inches long would you say the tail is?
It was probably a good 2 inches.
No way. So you could hold on to it. You could like grab onto that damn thing.
Yeah.
Like a little kid grabbing your finger when they're walking.
Right.
Now,
Was it like fuzzy? Was it bony? What did it feel like?
yeah, was it a hairy tail?
I mean, I didn't play with it. My hands were wandering. I hit the thing, and I kept my hands away from it.
Did you jump back? I mean, was it a noticed shriek of the shoulders? Like, ah, God. Or was it just like this tail is normal. What is this? And then...
It was kind of, there was a little panic probably in my eyes, but I think I played it off pretty
was
well.
You did not play.
Was there
she
tail?
knows she has a
Yes, I was
tail.
gonna say.
She knows you just touched it.
Was there tail acknowledgement made at this point?
Like, does it wiggle?
Yeah, I mean, do we both understand that we both know what has happened here? Do we acknowledge the tail at this point?
Never spoke of it.
Never be spoken of. So she doesn't go, oh yeah, I got a tail.
There's something
And
you should know.
Or you don't go, hey, that's a tail. You just say the hell with it and keep on going.
Yep, I powered through that night, and then never talked to her again after that.
Because of the tail.
Yeah, it was creepy, man.
So you had no problem with this person. She was a very nice date. You had a good time with her. She was attractive.
Yep.
As Ted said, she had a nice derriere. You liked her. Tail, game breaker. Deal breaker.
Yep.
All right.
Done.
I don't know if that makes you that shallow. I mean,
I don't know. I'm asking.
I hear
I'm
what you're
asking.
saying.
I mean,
and-
because we could surely, like I said, we can get that tail cut off savings account going
All right, but
on.
look at it like
And
this,
eventually,
okay?
I'm pro tail.
Look, you can meet someone who is very kind, that you can get along with, or great, and but you don't find their face attractive. And everyone would understand, okay, this is why you're not dating. So in his case, it's like, no, her face is very attractive, and she is kind, and she's in all these things. And in my case, it's not her face, it's the tail that kind of throws me off. I mean, it sounds like you're being shallow, but then when I say it out loud, I'm like, are you really?
She just needs to find a guy that's really into butts.
I mean, really?
Butts are different than tails.
But I'm just saying, like, if it's that nice a one, who cares?
Sir Mix-a-Lot did not say, I like 2-inch tails, and I cannot lie.
I would care a little.
I would have put that on my new dating profile.
What?
If you got a tail, you got a man.
You got a man.
Tail lover.
I have no issues with your tail, girl.
I mean,
where do you think they came up with the term chasing tail?
I guess not. Yeah,
I figured
that's exactly what it is.
I thought it was an old saying from our origins.
But you shouldn't be able to grab it.
Right. Not like that.
Yeah, it depends on what you're into.
Wow, man.
You gonna chasing tail this weekend?
No, literally, she got a tail.
Dave, you said you dated a girl once that had a little nub where you could tell she had a tail, right?
Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, it was like, you know what it was like, man? It was like when you go and you realize all the trees have been chopped down. Like, you could see where the tree was, but there's this stump. Like, you could go like, oh, a tree was here.
Did you ask her, like, hey, did that used to be a tail?
I didn't have to. You didn't have to. You know why? Because when you see the stump,
you
see that the tree was there at one point in time, and now you see that the tree is gone. You still see that there was a tree there.
So is it like a Doberman? You say it doesn't have a tail, but you can tell where the tail.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
I mean, like one day you had it tight, but they just, they clip the ears, they do all that stuff for you.
Can they move?
Dobermans are cool dogs. Funny little tails.
Mm-hmm,
what's a cool cat? Bobcat.
Yeah, but that's natural. You think that somebody
the coolest cat?
I'm defending small little tails
you think
now.
Somebody goes out in the woods and chops all the bobcat's tails. So, bobcat tail cutter here. About time showed up. I had a litter about 6 months ago.
Bobcats.
What unique body part will you always remember? We've got your emails coming up. What you don't need to know, the flop edition, that's all on the way. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
This is the Men's Room with Miles and Thrill.
Coming up, we'll try to tell us the shout of the day, the return of Who Sucks Less as well. First time for a few emails from the Men's Room at mensroomlive.com.
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Our question, what unique body part will you always remember, guys? Both of my sons, ages 7 and 5, have a slight abnormality to their left ear. The oldest was born with his left ear completely folded down. Although the doctor said the calcium would harden and fix itself, it is not. His ear looks like the top of it is kind of popped inside out. We call it his puppy dog ear, and he's cool with it. The youngest was born with what they called an ear tag in his left ear. Basically, it looks like the part in the front of the hole in his ear was not fully formed. Anyway, kind of funny, they both have a little something different with the same ear. The good thing is that it makes it easy to talk about how nobody is perfect. You guys are the best. Thanks for all you do in the entertainment and your audience and helping me survive the rat race there. That from Sean on I-5. Guys, my body part that I'll always remember, my fiancé told me he did not have a birthmark when we started to date. Turns out he was just embarrassed because his birthmark is on the head of his penis. That from Kay. Well, not everybody has a birthmark.
Call him Little Harry Potter.
Yeah, I don't have. Do you have a birthmark? I don't have a birthmark.
Yeah, it's behind my knee.
I don't think that I
had a little tiny one. Well, I think it's under tattoos now.
I probably do. Yeah.
I think birthmarks, again, unfortunately, is one of those things you only notice when they're somewhere like
when they're
face.
bad or really large.
I like it when you incorporate the birthmark into the tattoo.
If
like
you have a
probably
decent
already,
shape.
it probably already looks like something.
Right.
You know what I mean? Then you can just add to it.
I had a buddy that had one of those birthmarks where it was like he had black hair, but he had one little strip of like white
Is that a
blonde hair.
birthmark?
All coming out of the birthmark.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
I always feel like they're an evil genius.
Guys, when I was 8 years old, I had a bunch of intestines removed since I was born with veins going through them, and they decided to rupture. Surgery happened on April Fool's Day, oddly enough. Anyway, the incision is about 8 inches long now, right through the center of my belly button, which was an innie. And ever since, very much so, an outie. And since grade school, everyone has said it looks just like a cinnamon roll. Rock on, guys. That from Angry Andy, who has a belly button that looks like a delicious cinnamon roll.
I'm hungry.
All the gentlemen in Wobbin. Back when I was in the Navy, a bunch of us went out for a night of drinking. I met a friend of a friend nicknamed Beefcake due to his stature, which was that of a bodybuilder. Well, we go to the bars and end up back at the condo, and by the end of the night, the only people left are myself, Beefcake, and 2 girls. Well, although gorgeous and buff, Beefcake was dumber than a bag of rocks and ended up saying something that scared off one of the girls. So there the 3 of us are, and we end up in the bedroom, and it was time to go the devil's way. I was first at the posterior, and when it came time to the switch, that's when I saw it. As Beefcake crawled around to the other end of the bed, something was dragging between his legs and hitting the sheets below. It was like a slow-motion scene in a movie where a hot woman walks by and everyone stares with their jaws dropped. But in the scene, I was the gazer, and his giant dong was the hot woman. I couldn't take my eyes off it. I was in disbelief. It was like a baby's arm holding an apple. I was looking around for a peanut to feed it. He looks at me, winks, and smiles all he could, and I'm thinking, well, I'm glad I went first. Mine isn't small by any means. My wife always tells me it's the biggest she'd ever seen, but
Sure.
I felt like a child.
And she's seen hundreds.
I felt like a child in a man's locker room. He high-fived me, and then as he checked her temperature, this is no joke, she looked up at me, went cross-eyed, and let out the biggest breath I've ever heard. It was if she emptied the entire capacity of her lungs. I never saw Beefcake again after that night. Hopefully he's out there somewhere using that thing to lasso cattle or whip lions back at a carnival. Love the show. That from Spees, who always sends the entertaining emails. Sup, brothers? I had an ex-girlfriend who had two different sized breasts, dramatically different, B and a D. The first time her shirt was off, I kept moving my hand back and forth to make sure I wasn't tripping.
You called her
back
D.B.
and
Cooper?
Forth, back and forth with the same cuppage on the hand. Couldn't believe it. Confirmed once I saw her naked with the lights on, but she may have had a tail before because that booty was on point. What's wrong with our listeners? That from Jeremy.
She got a great ass.
You should
You
should read the ones that we don't read.
I know.
Any comments today?
Yeah, we had a few. It says, let's see, my girlfriend in high school, she had web toes. Not like crazy, but I won't forget. Met a kid in the day at a Halloween skate party. Now, he's dressed as a baseball player with what looked like a baseball sticking out of the side of his neck. So I told him I love the costume, but specifically because of the baseball in the neck is a fantastic touch. Yeah, he told me it was a genetic deformity. I felt so bad, I ran and cried.
Oh, no.
I'll never forget it. Shout out to Toot on Rye. You're awesome, dude. And I had a buddy in high school born with no toenail on his big toe. So his big toe looked like he had a penis growing from his foot. It grossed me out.
Oh, man. Do we have time for a few extra emails from the men's room at mensroomlive.com?
You've got mail. You've got mail.
Let's get to the dirty Germans here in the birthdays. My wonderful and well-read girlfriend, Teresita, has made another trip around the sun. She's been asking me all year to put in a request for Ted to say Biblioteca. I know it would brighten her day. Thanks, guys. That from Kyle.
Yeah, that's what I could say. Biblioteca.
All right, very good.
Oh, I liked a little bit of the Spanish you put on.
Those are very few words Eduardo knows.
Biblioteca.
It just means library.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
my
Miles, I
son.
got another one for you.
Okay.
Las papas fritas.
French fries.
Yeah. Las papas
Oh,
fritas
all right.
con queso.
Oh, with cheese.
Yeah. How about ranch? How do you do ranch?
No idea.
Rancho.
Rancho.
Oh,
Like
rancho.
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 Like huevos ranchero, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ranchero. Because I always
Oh,
say,
ranchero.
you love ranch
But they don't
eggs.
put ranch on your eggs.
No, but they're
So they-
ranch. You're ordering ranch eggs.
Yeah, but I want ranch dressing.
How would you say?
That's what I'm saying. How do you say ranch in Spanish?
Well,
Like, as far
ranchero.
as the dressing.
Right. Well, you
They
figure
have to
out
know it's
dressing.
ranchero dressing. All right. It's my son's 18th birthday. I want to wish him a happy birthday. Can you do a bong rip with a happy birthday French accent? Yeah, oui, happy birthday. Thanks for Mom. Mom, next time, mention your 18-year-old son's name.
That's a good point.
You know, like, I know you want all that, but how about does he have a name?
If you're turning 18 today, it might be for you.
I think the only thing I can say in French, right, Thrill note, is Thrill talk to me. Oui, chef.
Oui. Oui, Garcon. Please wish my wonderful husband Aaron a happy birthday. Give him some dirty Germans discussing bodily functions, such as loud, pungent farts and bowel movements. Thank you so much. That from Angelique.
Yeah, when we have sex, it will sound like bodily functions, but it'll just be friction and moisture.
Yeah, and sometimes you have to be smart about this, since it's not a fart you just heard.
Not from the front.
Bitches, this is Bruce, the Culligan man. My baby brother's 21. He's currently serving in the United States Army in Kuwait. He maintains and services Patriot missiles. I'd like to give him a birthday shout-out with a what the F is that, bro? Andy, your penis is too small. Thanks again, fellas. That from Bruce.
Oh my God! What the is that, bro?
Guys, happy 23rd birthday, David. I love you. Can't wait to spend my fourth pain in the grass with you next month. Let's get drunk tonight. Love, Amanda. Thank you, guys. Rock on. That from Amanda. Guys, I'm getting old today on the ripe age of 22. I'll be celebrating in the sun with some men's room gold.
Nice.
Could I get a your penis is too small and the dirty Germans? Thanks, guys. That from Special K.
Yeah, tonight I want to treat your ass like a Muppet, and I will play the role of Jim Henson.
Yeah, Special K. I like that name because later I'll be stuck in a hole too.
Happy 21st birthday to my younger brother, Austin. He's probably working his bees off right now, hopefully listening to the men's room. How about an OG fish sandwich? Thanks, and keep on rocking, guys. That from Brian.
Fish sandwich?
Ola fellows, it's my brother from another mother's 27th trip. Can I get some dirty German talk from my bro, Jake? He is a painter craftsman that loves riding dirt bikes and drinking beer as often as he can. Thanks, guys. That from the crazy little sister.
Yeah, when we are done this evening, it will look like someone smashed a Hot Pocket between your butt cheeks.
Yeah, paintings is nice because you take your brush and you make strokes.
Here's a strange one. Not a strange one. I think we need a translator sometimes on our birthday requests and emails from Bayou 95.7 in New Orleans. Some of the stuff. But
That's my favorite term.
I'll try to do my best. Ola Lazien Long Bon Tim's Ruler from New Orleans.
Laissez le bon longtemps.
Laissez le bon longtemps. I would like to wish my cousin Travis Carlson, who is celebrating a double nickel birthday, when I tells a story with me and Travis gets the kids away from here. You know it's a story that is a very naughty one. So can he get a big old bong rip and some turtle sex? Maybe in the pause, Robin saying something sexy in German. Thanks, guys. That from Dino Carlson.
Ja, fröhlichen Geburtstag.
Guys, give my husband Sage a shout out. Today's his birthday. He's a longtime listener. You made this day when we bumped into you guys at a convenience store last year before Red Fest, and you guys took a photo. Then again, when you all signed the poster, he'd love the Dirty Germans from Thrill and Ted. Thanks, guys. That from Brandy.
Yeah, the next time I see you before Red Fest in a parking lot, different things will happen. I'm going to get all up in that asphalt.
Yeah, it's funny running into you there. That was the saddest liquor store I've ever seen in my life.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you.
Yeah. They had nothing.
A liquor store without
Thank you
liquor.
for acknowledging that, because that's only I remember thing. That's the one thing I remember, just how pathetic of a liquor store.
It was like a hurricane had come through.
Yes, seriously.
It's the Northwest.
Airplane minis.
I mean, seriously.
Well, we have airplane minis.
I think we should go back there just to stop at that place. That was amazing. They had nothing. It's like the whole county drunk them dry.
The convenience store was great.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Had a good food section.
Oleman's Room, it's my dad, Rick's birthday today, and I want you guys to wish him a happy birthday. I used to listen to the show when I was in elementary school.
Oh, good.
And then I thought it was entertaining. Now in college and being able to understand more of the jokes, I listen now to the podcast all the time. He's the best father I could ask for. Give me your penis is too small. That from Anthony.
The penis is too small.
He didn't ask for that. I just threw that in there. Oh, I'd like to wish my super handsome husband, Jason Z, a happy 33rd birthday. Can we get everyone talking over themselves about how big Polish people's noses are? Thanks, guys. You're the best. Love Piglet, Bo, and his wife, Megan. Let's see.
Well,
Big
man, I don't say right now. From my perspective, dude, it's just like everybody is a big-ass hunker, man. I don't understand it. The worst part is like all those weird veins and hairs on it.
It's like a bossa. I'm in New York City for my 38th birthday. Was hoping to get a birthday shout out. Can I get a Suck It Up cupcake and some Dirty Germans, please? Thanks, you guys are awesome. That from Rob in New York City.
Suck it up, cupcake.
Yeah, she was close. I want you to suck up my cupcake.
Yeah, you're in New York City. Get ready for this corned beef. It's going to be a lot of it. You're going to love it.
I want to put my worm in your big apple.
Yeah, pub mustard. And get the extra bread.
You made like 4 or 5 sandwiches.
Yeah, I didn't know that first time I went to Carnegie Deli, and me and my buddy just tried to eat the sandwich on our own.
Yeah, you will be an Empire State of Penis.
All of Cholas, I was wondering if you could please give a birthday shout out to my brother James. He's a great brother and friend who's been there for myself and my family through thick and thin. Turns a big 4-0 today. How about a Suck It Up cupcake and a Cut That Bitch Off next caller? Thanks, guys. Keep up with the laughs. Thank you. That from Mike.
So, suck it up, cupcake.
Cut that bitch off. Next call.
Guys, my dad Ed celebrating his 50th today for his birthday request. How about Turtle Wax with a Joey Chestnut? We love you, Dad. Keep on rocking, guys. From Jason, Jared, Annalisa, and Christina.
Joey Chestnut! Joey Chestnut! duster!
Guys, wife Kelly's turning the big 5-0, exactly 2 months older than I am, so I get to call her the old lady for the next 2 months, and she hates that. I know she would love a what the F is that, Jay? And Ted and Thrill doing that dirty German thing. Went to Live Day and had a blast. We're going to go again and see you guys this year for sure. Thanks so much. That from Chris.
Oh my God, what the is that, bro?
Yeah, I'm going to put less emphasis on the 5 and put more emphasis on the big O.
Yeah, it sounds like it's time to live out a fantasy with this older lady. Ever have you spank you with a duster?
And finally, guys, today my old man is 57. He's always been there for me, so I'd say it's a good time to show my appreciation, as he loves spending time in his beautiful log cabin he built with his own 2 hands. So how about the dirty Germans talking about their favorite types of wood? No need to hold back, guys. That from Josh.
Yeah, my favorite type of wood is yours.
Yeah, outside of my own, I don't know, mesquite, man. I like barbecue.
All right, guys, here we go. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday. Happy, happy, happy birthday to you.
Ja, so Dirty Germans brought to you by Men's Room Original Sausage. Available through Uli's World Famous Sausage, mensroomlive.com, and other fine retailers. Schweinefleisch.
Coming up, what you don't need to know, the flop edition, but first.
Now, the men's room wants to know, who sucks less?
Yay, time for Who Sucks Less. Stephen Throwhill, every week you bring us 3 stories from the news. It's up to us to determine which of these 3 stories suck the least. Now, if you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live, the debate already underway on Who Sucks Less.
Yes, indeed. And as we do every week, we have 3 contenders. In this case, we have a woman from just outside of Los Angeles, a mother, if you will. She will be competing against a customer at a Texas restaurant. And then together, the 2 of them will take on a woman from Toledo, Ohio. But let's start in lovely Los Angeles, California, where we should preface this by saying a baby was found safe at a home of a relative. But this after a report that the child had been thrown out of a vehicle and over a cliff. All right, so a 911 caller reported the incident about 12:50 a.m. Naturally, multiple agencies launched a search for the infant, whose age and gender were not disclosed. But they had sheriff's deputies, the Montrose Search and Rescue Team, 75 firefighters. They all show up. They're assisted by a helicopter, canine units, for obvious reasons, because apparently a baby has been thrown out of a car and over a cliff. Now, the child's parents, they were detained for questioning in connection with the matter. But according to authorities there, they say the father's the one who called authorities and said that during an argument, the mother had claimed to have tossed the baby over a cliff, which led him to believe that the baby had, in fact, his baby, thrown over a cliff. Well, the mother subsequently admitted that she had not thrown the child out of the vehicle and that the baby was, in fact, at a family member's house. But nevertheless, she led her husband to believe, and he's the one who called the authorities, saying, my God. But we continue. Let's go to Texas, where a customer at a Texas steakhouse left a server with no tip, all right, but then he left a racist message tapping over the weekend, and now management there says he can't return. A guy by the name of Khalil Cavill, he was the waiter there, but he looked at his customer's bill on Saturday night, and he saw that the note had been written on top, and it says, quote, "We don't tip terrorists." The customer at Saltgrass Steakhouse, he had circled the name Khalil and then left a 0 in the tip for a bill of about $180. He circled the name Khalil and said, yeah, we don't tip terrorists. The CEO of Saltgrass, he said, look, man, we stand by our particular waiter, and in this case, this customer's not invited back. It should be noted that Khalil, he has no Middle Eastern roots, nothing like that. Basically, he was named after one of his father's best friends who was killed in an accident.
By a Muslim.
And Khalil means friend in Arabic. So all right. So let's see the guy's name. Terrorist.
Oh, no.
Keep me in touch.
Oh, my God.
And now we go to lovely Toledo, Ohio, where a woman was hit with charges, including ethnic intimidation, which I've never heard of before. This after spray painting Hail Trump, In Bombs Keep Out, and a swastika on the front of her black neighbor's home. Patricia Ederlin, 47 years old, she was ordered not to have any contact with the victim, who, to the shock of no one, is in the process of selling the house. The incident went viral after the real estate agent posted the video of it. Let's see. Since the crime does not fit the federal standards for a hate crime, the ethnic intimidation charge was filed. Basically, it's up to a $500 fine, and I want to say up to however long in jail.
Okay.
But those are your 3 stories. So, again, you have Starting in Los Angeles, you have the woman in an argument with her husband, led her husband to believe that she had taken the baby, thrown it out of a moving vehicle over a cliff. We have the customer in Texas who don't tip terrorists, in spite of the fact the guy was named after his buddy's best friend, his father's best friend who had died. And the woman in Toledo, Ohio, who spray painted "Hail Trump," "End Bombs Get Out," and added a swastika to her black neighbor's home.
Not positive how that's not a hate crime, but I would say the customer sucks the least at the steakhouse only because the steakhouse did the right thing and stuck by their guy and banned him from the restaurant.
Fair enough.
And unfortunately, just kind of par for the course.
Yeah. Problem with the Toledo house too is it was spray painted on brick. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever try to clean that, but even that's absolutely well. But as far as sucking the lease goes, I think it's a unique time where people can just feel the need to be who they are and not hide it anymore. So you know what I mean. I'm going to go with the call from the mother.
Call from the mother?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess in the end, the kid was all right.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, man, you're going to take the hoods off and do your thing, man. I mean, I'd rather know than not know. Wouldn't you rather know someone's real, true opinion and meaning, whether you agree with it or not, whether it's right or wrong? Those people now feel that they can express those opinions.
And they can.
And I think that it's important that you know that.
Right.
Keep doing it. The debate continues. If you like the Men's Room on Facebook or follow us on Twitter at Men's Room Live. Still to come on Drinking Toast with the shot of the day. What you don't need to know, the flop edition is coming up next. You are listening to the Men's Room Radio Network.
Hola, bichola. You have entered the Men's Room.
Coming up on Drinking Toast in minutes with the shot of the day. But first,
we're full of useless information, and you have far too many brain cells not to let us kill a few. So lend an ear while the Men's Room shares what you don't need to know.
24/7 Wall Street, they rank the 50 biggest product flops of all times. And believe it or not, most of these you probably actually know. Let's just go ahead and start with number one. That would be Google Glass from 2013. The Google Glass is at number 2. Apple's lame digital notepad from 1993 called the Newton.
I don't even remember that.
The Atari game, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. Man, that was horrible. So was Pac-Man. Burger King's Satis Fries from 2013. Supposed to be healthier than normal fries. No one gave a crap. Premier Smokeless Cigarettes in 1988 from R.J. Reynolds. They sucked because they tasted like crap. They spent almost $1 billion into them. They yanked them by the end of the year. Do you remember Cheetos Lip Balm?
No.
Nope.
Touch of Yogurt shampoo by Clairol, who people thought they could eat, but they couldn't. There's New Coke, the Windows Vista, Crystal Pepsi, Betamax cassette, Harley-Davidson perfumes, the Arch Deluxe at McDonald's, the Sega Dreamcast, Heinz Easy, Squirt Blue Ketchup, the Microsoft Zune MP3 player, and finally, the TV show Terra Nova from 2011. Fox spent $50 million on it, including $20 million on the pilot. And it got canceled after 5 episodes. Wobbit, have we made it to drinking time?
Somebody out there deserves to be recognized. And the Men's Room knows just who it is. So to you, we say, bottoms up, sailor. You're the toast of our shot of the day.
Drinking time it is, and as usual, we head to the drink desk and Stephen Throwhill to find out who we're toasting.
Yes, indeed. Today we toast 31-year-old Daryl Raymond Webb Jackson of New South Wales, Australia. Long story short, he was jailed for 10 months after he was caught on video having sex with a horse. Daniel did not deny his equine tryst, but he insisted that the sex was consensual, which is a ridiculous statement. But according to Daniel, when he broke into the stable, and you can't make this up, the horse sniffed his crotch and winked at him.
All right,
that
game
was
on.
his defense.
Game on.
Turns out the authorities didn't care too much, and he was placed in jail anyway. Damn winking horses. So we pour this booze and we drink this booze because we think it's yummy.
Yummy.
So over the tongue and down the throat to party in our tummies. Down the hola, bichola.
Let's get caller 9 on the line right now. 844-999-OLA for Profile This.
Hola. The shenanigans continue on the Men's Room Radio Network.